Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Your Mind. I've had to adjust the camera angle a little slightly for this one because this sculpture is a little uncooperative, not gonna lie. But this is welcome to the latest of my Yu-Gi-Oh based sculpture showcase videos. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope all of you are enjoying these videos. Not getting too much feedback, but it's all good. And once again, if you guys love these videos, don't forget to leave a comment down below. And remember to subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget that notification bell. You gotta ring it so that way you get notified on my videos. And with that, let's begin. So we've already done the Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is Seto Kaiba's iconic monster. And we've also done the Dark Magician, which is Yugi-Moto / Pharaoh Atem's iconic monster. But now we're gonna start getting into the villains. Or I should say, started out as a villain, but then sort of became a nebulous, maybe even a little bit of an ally. That is in the anime, though. This character doesn't survive if you actually read the manga. And that character is Maxamillion Pegasus. Oh, Yugi-Boy. So with that, we're gonna do Maxamillion Pegasus' iconic monster. And now with this monster without question is one of my favorites of the iconic monsters, and my favorite spellcaster without question. It was the very first ritual monster that came with an effect, and boy oh boy was it an effect. That card is even still powerful, even in the meta when it comes to the trading card game as it is today. And I have the card on the way, hopefully it comes soon, but we'll see. So with that, let me go ahead and reveal Maxamillion Pegasus' iconic monster, and that monster is known as Relinquished. I've had to put it in multiple pieces here because it kind of doesn't want to cooperate, so bear with me a little bit. And there it is. There is Relinquished. Now let me go ahead and put on the iconic piece. The Millennium Eye. God, Relinquished is one of the coolest cards. Man, this sculpture took me a while to do. Mainly to get the colors right and to also get different camera angles to see how this character looks from both the front and also from the back. Many people haven't seen Relinquished from the back, but people don't know that Relinquished has a tail. But Relinquished was a spellcaster ritual type monster that was brought onto the field with the card Black Illusion Ritual. And it was a card with 0 attack and 0 defense, and also it only had a level of 1. And you'd think that Relinquished would not be a powerful monster, but oh no. Relinquished nearly won the duel and stole Yugi-Moto's soul. So, the one thing about Relinquished, now let me maintain that the card, the creature Relinquished has these massive shields that essentially extend off of its body. And the shields then fold down in front of it. Just like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put those on right now. So when the card uses its effect, it then uses, as you can see here, it has this mouth. Where it then sucks up an opponent's card and then uses that opposing monster as an equip magic card, essentially. And it equips it so that if Relinquished is ever attacked, it can then transfer that monster onto its shields right here on the front, and can essentially use it as a negate attack, if you will. So essentially, Relinquished is able to then use that monster, that opponent's monster, as a substitute, or as a tribute, maybe. You could call it that way. But Relinquished was essentially able to take the attack and defense points of another monster. And then if Relinquished was ever attacked by a monster that was more powerful, it could use it as, I guess, a scapegoat in a way, to then negate the attack, or negate Relinquished from being destroyed. And on top of that, Relinquished was capable of deducting the difference in attack points to your opponent's life points. This thing was a crazy good card. And then, of course, later on in the duel between Maxamillion Pegasus and Yugi and Pharaoh Atem, Relinquished was then able to fuse with another creature named Thousand Eyes Idol to then eventually make the Thousand Eyes Restrict. and that was essentially that card, the Thousand Eyes Restrict. I want to get that card, and if you want me to, like, I've made Relinquished. This card was, or this monster was very difficult to make, but if you want me to make Thousand Eyes Restrict, I already had somebody, I had somebody on one of my later videos. Let me give a shout out to The Red Lens, by the way. He was one of my early subscribers. He actually came out and said that I should do the retrained version of Millennium Eyes Restrict, which I've only just recently found out about that card, and holy cow, that thing's amazing. So leave a comment down below if you want me to make either the Thousand Eyes Restrict, or should I make the new Millennium Eyes Restrict. I mean, they're the same monster, but I kind of am leaning towards the Millennium Eyes, mainly because the Red Lens, he requested it, and also it's just such a cool looking monster, because it essentially has the eyes all around it, but they're all Millennium Eyes. And Pegasus is known so well for the Millennium Eye. I just love doing that voice. Oh, Yugi-BOYl. Very iconic voice actor. And I've actually been watching a lot of videos of the voice actors actually going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters tournaments and actually doing live duels, where you have the voice actors of Yugi-Moto, Seto Kaiba. You also have Yusei Fudo. You also have from 5Ds, and you also have like the characters of Maxamillion Pegasus, Merrick Ishtar, and some of the other series. I can't remember all the names off the top of my head, but man, watching some of those live duels, it's very entertaining because they use some of the newer styles like Xyz summoning and synchro summoning and pendulum summoning. There's a bunch of new things, but let's get back to Relinquished. This card was eventually defeated by the one and only Kuriboh with the magic card Multiply, or I should say spell card. They're spell cards now, but essentially Kuriboh was able to multiply, get consumed to Relinquished as Thousand Eyes Restrict, and then it had 300 attack, and then the Magician of Black Chaos was then able to destroy Relinquished in one swift attack, defeating Maxamillion Pegasus. So Relinquish's absorbing effect, absorption force, is powerful, but it also can be a double-edged sword. You could suck up the wrong monster, and then all of a sudden you're wide open for attack. Gosh, this for me, this was the first real card that I ever got from the TCG, from the original Magic Ruler, was a Relinquished. It was an unlimited, but I have that card coming, and when that happens, man, I want to post that video, and I'll be so happy when I get that Relinquished card again. And let me know down below again if you want me to do Thousand Eyes Restrict or Millennium Eyes Restrict. I think I may do Millennium Eyes, because we've already got one person, the Red Lens, wanting to request it before. So with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me go ahead and flip up so you can see Relinquished. Man, this is good music too. I like this Egyptian style music. There we go. There's Relinquished. I got all the details, like especially the inside of the shields, and of course the outsides, like that right there. Man, this sculpture took me a long time to do, just with all the little intricate details and everything. Of course, with the Millennium Eye, and of course the head up here. And a lot of people don't see it. Now you see it when you see Thousand Eyes Restrict, but Relinquished actually has two faces. He has the one face up here, and this down here is also a face with the mouth and the eyes right here. So this thing is, well, it's more of a fiend really than it is a spellcaster, but it is a spellcaster type. And this thing certainly gave Yugi a run for his money. And indeed, Relinquished was actually a card. Relinquished and Thousand Eyes Idle and Thousand Eyes Restrict was created specifically for the duel between Maximilian Pegasus and Yugi. It's just an iconic boss monster for sure, and just a truly amazing monster. Man, I can't wait. Like I said before, I can't wait to get the card again. But with that concludes the sculpture video. And thank you all for tuning in and watching. I will see all of you on the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Sculpture Showcase.